Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome to my leveling guide and build with Melee Hunter. And as you guys remember, some of you might, I played Melee Hunter since phase 1 before the game started. I planned for it. But before we get into things, the way how I level, mostly I was just trying to do this because of Viper and I was helping my guildies. But RestedXP has the best leveling guides out there if anyone is interested for a free guide. They also have a paid version as well if you want to, for many versions of versions pretty much. And they really think of everything. It's tailored by the best speedrunners out there, so big shout out to them. Amazing guide, really. Once again, I'm using that on all my characters and it's amazing. So anyways, Melee Hunter, we are playing a dual wield here. As you can see, I'm in a group with Feral. Mostly you'll see either Spell Cleave or Melee Cleave for the dungeons, so we went with Melee Cleave or whatever was actually available because it was almost 3 AM and no one was, not that many people are online. But we are rotating between three skills, Flanking Strike, Raptor Strike, and Carve. Our main ability is Raptor Strike. A lot of hunters think that flanking takes priority, but no. Priority is always on Raptor Strike because that thing hits like a truck, even without Flanking Strike stacks. So if it comes off cooldown, if it resets because of the rune, you would always use Raptor Strike. And Carve, I would say Carve is only good on 3+ targets. If there's a duo target, then I would just use Raptor. Or if both skills are on cooldown, meaning Raptor and Flanking Strike, you would just want to use Carve because that one is, even for fishing for wild strikes, which we would normally use Wing Clip, just like warriors use Hamstring. I also have a guide, by the way, for warrior right up top if anyone was interested for the raid DPS build or leveling as well. But yeah, so Carve is less mana than Wing Clip, so Carve is always better for fishing wild strikes. Also does more damage, so it hits from with both weapons, just like Raptor Strike. So yeah, there it is. And also Flanking Strike does not hit with both weapons, only main hand. We are running Lone Wolf, no pet. I believe that one will be much stronger and it seems a bit higher than Beastmaster rune on the gloves with the pet. It depends on your personal preference. If you prefer pets, you can just go with that one, especially open world. You know, having a pet that can tank for you, you can kill elites with stuff like that. So I just like to see big numbers. And finally, that was my dream, to use Lone Wolf, Carve, just full Melee Hunter. And I can say that Melee Hunter right now, since I'm main warrior, Melee Hunter is a warrior on steroids. It is absolutely crazy. Non-stop mana, especially with aspect of the Viper, that thing is so goddamn OP. Even with 10% less damage, it is so crazy good. You also use Feign Death and Explosive Trap, since our mana is good with Viper. So we can afford to use even more expensive on mana trap like that one. You can use Engineering Grenades as well for AoE. The best professions for a hunter in my opinion is Leatherworking for the epic headpiece at level 40. I will try to get it ASAP, but I still need like 3 levels on my hunter. And yeah, this is about my footage from the stream, where I also stream every day on Twitch and YouTube, so you can find me there. It will be in the pinned comment section, just like the Rested guide link. It will be in the description as well, so you guys can take a look. But yeah, my hunter hits harder than my main warrior, and my main warrior is full previous with some braid items. That's yeah, let that sink in for a second, huh? That's pretty insane. That is pretty wild. This is just a showcase though how it looks in the game. You can also, by the way, run Trap Launcher on the boots, I believe it is, where you can use just traps in the combat, but I just like Feign Death. And I'm a big fan of to use runes, melee specialist, excuse me, and dual wield spec. I just love that thing, it's so good. I'm gonna take you in the game, so let's talk about some stuff. I will show you the talents I'm rocking. This is a deep full survival. Some hunters like to run with the pet with this rune instead of Carve. They like to run Beastmaster on the gloves, and because of the pet, we are getting rid of Lone Wolf, and you can go with Lion for extra stats, right? So you can go with that one and full Beastmaster, but that's majority of hunters what they play. But I like Deep Surf mainly because of the crit chance here with Raptor Strike. Don't really pay attention to Moongoose, that's the worst ability in this game. It hits for nothing, and you can only use it when you dodge an attack, so the condition there is not the best. But anyways, we got the crit chance with Raptor Strike. We got some damage. This is, by the way, applying to PvP as well against humanoids. That's also players. Monster Slaying adds some good damage as well. We got some Percent hit, 3% hit right here, also super handy. If you can combine it with leatherworking gloves from phase 1, this will be amazing setup for the raid. Gnomergan, once you think 40. Another great thing is 3% crit chance. On top of that, we are getting like 15% agility right here. I believe this one is nerfed. Wasn't it 5%? I'm not too sure now. Maybe I'm tripping, but stacking this and stacking agility will be absolutely bonkers for survivability. Survival, I mean. And yeah, Bomber's thing will be more like PvP setup. This is like, we don't have any not catch up. We don't have any gap closers, so I would just Wyvern Sting a target and run up to the target and whatnot. But this will be my spec for the raid. There is another way how you can go about it. You can put 2 points away from Survivalist and put it in Feign Death, so you don't resist Feign Death on the bosses and whatnot. And this is more like PvP, these two talents. But Clever Traps is pretty good for the damage increase. Explosive Trap hits for over 200, or in the clip you seen, it does hit for a lot. And yeah, that will be our setup for talents. Our gear, I have Humbert's help from phase 1. I never got set piece from BFD or Artemis Skull, but there is one from Scarlet Monastery, from Armory, from Herod, that you can use level 40. I will show you real quick. Armory, Herod, this one right here. You can totally use this one. I will try to drop that too for the raid. And you can also use these shoulders, mainly for PvP. Amulet here, this is from the Reputation, or not Silver Wing Sentinels for Alliance. Really hard to get Action Wheel going on right now because no one really does that, so kind of hard to do Reputation. Luckily, I had Exalted before phase 2. Shoulders are from BFD, but the main stats for our setup for raid is Agility for number 1, then it's Strength, obviously Hit Chance, Crit Chance, and then Stamina, not that needed, but there are some mechanics where you will take damage, so you can. This is more like leveling leveling build though. So agility, stamina for leveling would be priority on stats, then strength, and yeah, pretty much. Cloak here is from rank 2, I believe, from PvP, or rank 3. I don't even remember that, to be honest. Maybe rank 3. I think it's rank 3. You have only level 25 version. We cannot get higher ones, so it is what it is. But you can get some cheap ones from Auction House. Chest piece is the raid one. We've got a double set from BFD. Prices here, strength, stamina for with some high armor. Good for solo. You know, this one increases your survivability, tankiness. Leatherworking gloves for hit chance and also attack speed. Not bad. Belt here, Agi Stam. Honestly, Spirit is not that bad at all while leveling because it regenerates your HP out of combat pretty well. We got the pants here from Whirling Caverns from level 18, still the best. The boots, set ones, once again. The ring here from the Reputation as well. You can wear 2, by the way, level 18 version, 28 and 38 version. So at level 40, I will have, yeah, level 38 version. And you can also wear this one. But I got this ring from Graveyard, from the rare Iron Spine, a very rare ring to get. Luckily I got it, because first thing, the rare needs to spawn. Second thing, he needs to drop this ring. And third thing, you need to be the only one or just win the roll. Pretty impossible. Trinket here, still the best even for the raid, so yeah, that's from the BFD. A rune of duty here for stamina, extra regeneration for HP, good stuff. We got the gun from BFD last boss, agility. Probably one of the best you can get, unless in Stranglethorn, but that's for level 40. We got the Ulfhednar here from Protector Sword, from the Reputation once again. And as you can see, I'm level 37, still rocking 28 weapons, level 26, and still doing so much damage. It is just mind-blowing. We got the Butcher here, which I bought from Auction House for 90 silver. It could be a bit expensive though, but there it drops pretty often from Trash, Scarlet Monastery, so it should not be that expensive. It's a main hand. You want both weapons slow, so you can hit as hard as possible with Rapid Strike. Since the reset on this one happens pretty often, thanks to our rune. And now let's talk about the runes right now. So on the chest piece, you're running Lone Wolf for 30% increased damage. Absolutely crazy. If you like to run pet, once again, go with Lion, and on the gloves, go with a Beast Mastery. But I am running Carve because the melee ability, 50% weapon damage. This is uncapped AoE, so if there's a lot of mobs, you will go really hard. And if you have Feral in your group, then Wild Strikes will proc almost always if you have a lot of targets around you, because Carve does proc it. On belt here, there's only one, Melee Specialist. That's the cooldown reduction for Rapid Strike and the chance to reset it with no cooldown. Best rune out there. You could probably run with two-hander, but dual wield because of this rune on the boots, dual wield spec is just way too crazy. The only downside to this is you have to run both the same type of weapons, so swords, axes, fists. The thing with raid though, there is a fist, but that's for different videos, so it's whatever. Swords are the easiest to get, I would say, so you can run with that because they're also slow weapons. Now on the pants is only obvious flanking strike. That's the only thing you need. 100% melee damage. It does increase your mungus by damage, but it's useless. And it does buff your rapid strike, so that's very good. Also, there's a chance to reset your rapid strike, which is very good. Finally, the interaction between two skills is really good. It's a bit too strong, but I think that's a matter of scaling with rapid strike's damage in this rune, but we shall see what the nerfs await us melee hunters. So that was the rune setup. Rotation once again, always focus on rapid strike. If it's off cooldown, always use it. Doesn't matter if flanking strike is also off cooldown, you always focus on rapid strike. Because flanking strike in comparison hits like a wet noodle. If rapid strike is on cooldown, you use flanking strike. If both skills are on cooldown, you use ARF. If all three are on cooldown, which doesn't really happen because of globals, before you use all three, you're actually already global through another cooldown, but if that happens, you just wind clip to proc wild strikes. Or if you're on with a pet and you don't have carve, you just wind clip for wild strikes. I use carve. If you have a lot of mobs, you can just feign death into explosive trap. If there are mobs that run away on low HP, you will just feign death into frost trap. So they, you know, when they scatter around, they're slowed. Consumables, what I use for leveling is just a typical greater healing potion. We don't need any mana because we have Aspect of the Viper. Or if you don't have it, you just run typical mana food potion, mana food right here. By the way, with Aspect of the Viper, you will see that this has dropped for people in library and stuff like that. But go farm Graveyard, last boss drops it. Not always 100% chance, but I think it's a higher percent chance than any other wing in Scarlet Monastery. So do Graveyard, last boss. That's where I saw it. That's where I saw it drop often. Any other consumable, you can use the scrolls or potions for extra stats, but not that necessary, I would say. You could keep going to Ironforge. I'm not sure where the war buff drops for Horde, but for Alliance it's Ironforge. So from Gnomegan, that buff drops non-stop. That's a very good one. Gives you 10% haste, so stacks pretty well overall with dual wield. And I believe we just about covered everything. When I'm in dungeon or stuff like that, I just like to swap between Viper and Monkey. This is the dodge chance, so when you're solo, this is super handy with the dodge, right? And I believe we covered about everything. I will have a link for this week aura, by the way, if anyone is interested. It kind of shows you like rotation, if you will. Simple one. Shout out to Strike Club. Those are the homies that played Melee Hunter also from the start of this game. Parsing like mad lads, keeping up with other classes, and now we're back at it again. So if anyone is interested, I'll have this in the pinned comment too. Or you can, yeah, I'll probably have this in the pinned comment right here, this link. And if you guys want, I can also, if anyone wants to, just let me know in the comment section. I can give you this Wild Strikes week aura. It just shows you if you proc Wild Strikes. I do have this week aura, which showed you like internal cooldown for the Wind Fury, which was 1.5 seconds, but this one does not seem to be updated, so it doesn't work, which is big satch. That's what I used, phase 1. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching. Good luck with your leveling grind and whatnot. Let me know what you guys think, and until next time, have a good one and peace.